Adventures of Joni and Gordon, North Dakota Canadian Parks Epic Road Trip. In this episode, we will be taking you to one of Nebraska's hidden gems, Ashfall Fossil Beds State Historic Park. What do rhinos, three-toed horses, giraffe and llama-like camels, saber-toothed deer, fox-sized dogs, raccoon dogs, bone-crushing dogs, giant tortoises, musk turtles, and painted turtles have in common with the middle of northern Nebraska? Stick around and find out. We drove for 1 hour at 175 miles on Nebraska 13 North from Norfolk, where we spent the night camping in our van in Tahazuka Park, to Asheville Fossil Beds State Historical Park near Royal, Nebraska, seeing only farm fields, so it was a bit on the boring side. There's a small sign for the park, so make sure to keep an eye out for it. Our first stop was the visitor center. There's a small $8 charge for adults and children over the age of 3. After paying and reading the information in the center and seeing all the skeletons that were on display, we moved on to the Hubbard Rhino Barn to see where the actual dig was taking place and talk to the guide about the dig site. In the Rhino Barn, University of Nebraska students are carefully digging up the 12-million-year-old fossils of rhinos, horses, camels, dogs, and tortoises, which were first discovered in 1991. These animals came to their demise from a supervolcanic eruption in southwest Idaho, which spread a blanket of ash over a very large area. All of the Ashfall skeletons are buried in a bed of pure volcanic ash. The volcanic ash consists of tiny shards of glass from broken glass bubbles. These glass bubbles form and then break apart during powerful volcanic eruptions. 1 foot of that powdered ash covered the savanna like grasslands in Nebraska. Most of the animals survived the actual ashfall, but as they continued to graze on the ash-covered grasses, their lungs became severely damaged and they began to die. The smaller animals, they died first, and finally, after around 4 to 6 weeks, the last of the rhinos perished. The bodies were covered by the blowing and drifting ash, undisturbed except by the occasional scavenging meat eater like the bone-crushing dog. The skeletons were preserved in their position, complete with evidence of their last meals in their mouths and their last steps preserved in sandstone. We highly recommend a visit to this hidden gem. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for joining us on our journey to Ashfall Fossil Beds State Historic Park in Royal, Nebraska.